What's going on, everyone? Hello and welcome. It is Crunch of the Arcadia Network. Logging on, pressing start on yet another video. And yes, we are back in Honkai Impact 3rd for, I think it's 7.8 I said. I've actually already forgotten what patch this is. But we are currently on the login screen just because I know there's a special character in this update. And I'm just like, she might do something. So I wanted to make sure, in case she did something, I was sat here on this screen just in case. I don't know. I mean, it's Sparkle. Okay, no. Oh, thank God she's here. I know that Sparkle is being added to the game. And I kind of want to make sure that Chapter 5, the first and last one. Okay, we're just jumping straight into it then, I guess. Do you know? The world's far more expansive than what you and I imagine it to be. But the intelligent beings, confined to their small corner of existence for a lack of means to journey to the end of space, mistake the patch of sky above them for the entire universe. Different civilizations emerge on various planets orbiting the single star called the Sun. Yet, despite their ventures into the sky and the sea of stars, these beings remain unable to break through the boundaries of their star system. However, meanwhile, beyond the precipice between star systems, Honkai Energy Intermental Zones, which is the official name for the different universes of the Honkai and Genshin, and probably ZZZ, is surmountable by human effort. The names of those concept embodiments have already resounded throughout the universe. Mortal worship, their name, kiss, their traces, follow. Follow their... Oh, there needs to be some grammar there, my god. Their path, and pray for their blessing. Oh, no, wait. Their kiss, their traces, follow their path. There is an entity, which is why it's capitalized. And it is their power that has enabled the intelligent beings to traverse the star systems and embark on countless adventures in the boundless sea of stars. When the great being finally cast their gaze, transcending time and space, upon the children of the sun, what would be your answer? I'm dying to hear it. What do you think? Is it an amazing opening? I put a lot of thought into it. It's cool and deep, and it instantly piques people's interest in me. A femme fatale. What? You think I'm speaking in riddles? Come on. Don't be so harsh. But I have to admit, I don't mind it about you. Alright, stop pushing me. I'm already doing my best. You know, it's not easy to find a loophole and hack into a system, especially set to block me. Are you saying I brought this on myself? Well, maybe just a bit. But isn't it more satisfying to tackle a challenging obstacle? Come on, just hang in a bit longer. After all, neither of us is the protagonist of this story. The hero of this journey of dreams is none other than that deeply troubled child. Is she talking to us now? Because this game is big on full breaks, I think she might be. So, can anyone explain the situation to me? Well, we came out after entering the system. After some brief inquiries, we can be certain that this slunky is from 100 years ago, before the Great Shadow Calamity ever occurred. But before that, there's an issue to resolve. All 6 of us came in together, but only 3 of us are here. As for the Overseer Teresa and Durandal Sensei, simply put, we lost them. Is that even possible in a virtual system? Wait. When did Durandal join? Have we... This is such a weird fucking story. It does not link at all to the last chapter. I'm just around with Durandal, and it turns out the city we're in is called Ryumu. It's different from yours, and it might be a bit tricky to travel between 2 cities. Luckily, both cities seem to be at peace. So we could just continue our investigation separately. We might even find a way to meet up. That's an unfortunate stroke of luck. But how did things end up like this? I was just about to ask the same thing. Why not ask that woman who was so confident and assured there'd be no problem? Well, you're making me embarrassed. Let's put aside the fact that we ended up in two different places for now. Vida, how come you didn't log in at all? What are you up to this time, Vida? Do you think you can just do whatever you want now you've trapped us here? I'm afraid there's been a terrible misunderstanding. I live under full-time surveillance at the moon base, with no freedom whatsoever. It's not like I've ever had a chance to cook up anything. I checked with number 17. She didn't do it on purpose. The system denied her access. It seems that the narrow-minded goddess has taken a grudge against me and put me on some kind of blacklist. Ugh. What's the point? She shouldn't have started the game if she can't handle losing it. It was you who wrought havoc in Oxia and even summoned that giant robot to tear down the whole city. I doubt anyone would let you in again. There we go, there's the connection. Wait, what giant robot? Excuse me for a second, I need to go over the videos. Speaking of which, why hasn't Durandal-senpai said anything? She ran into a minor problem and can't really talk right now. Ugh, any more unexpected problems? Might as well get them all out at once. Nothing is as we expected. Hooray. Well, things don't always go as planned. Yeah, I didn't see any of this coming. Three hours ago. Hi, finally awake? Do you still recognize me? Yep, I'm V, your sweetest companion. Then, do you remember what happened? Or do you need my help to jog your memory? You are truly a story lover, aren't you? Where should I start? Maybe I should begin with our Thick as Thieves Corporation. Your electronic life form is the Dream Seeker. Oh, it's literally a full. It's literally a full backlog. Starting to know friends on the third planet. I'm gonna skip through the backup. This is literally catch up on the story so far, which is interesting. So this means then, I'm guessing this is the end of this part of the story, and we're going to go into the next arc soon. But this is also a good catch up and actually telling me what actually bloody happened, you know what I mean? Where'd that go? There it is. Well, there's Durandal. I love the little pink strand in her hair, I must say. Ah. I remember how you kicked me out of the system to tackle the Shadow Calamities more efficiently. how you a prank of Teresa that caused a system error and led to the deletion of all mail accounts, and how you orchestrated that terrorist attack in Oxia not too long ago. It's all a misunderstanding. If I hadn't done that I did to you, you'd be trapped playing house in her pretty dream. There's no way that pretty goddess would have shown herself. Do you think how vexed she looks? I'd love to see that again. You look fine. Walk around a bit. Even electronic life forms need a moment of relaxation, don't you agree? God, it's so nice to see everyone again, though. Is that Klein? Oh my god, it's Klein! Hello, Krona. Welcome to Hyperion 11. You feel familiar. The three of us might get along pretty well. What do you find familiar? A program being? A sensible and honest person? Or a hard-working employee? That's a tough choice. But we are indeed inseparable partners on the same product line. Krona feeds data like number 17. Number 17 analyzes it and provides feedback to Krona. And I'm responsible for the supply. I can't agree with that description, Klein. I always need your support before I can pause my current work. It helps me manage the demands more efficiently. Alright. Please leave today's tasks on the counter. I'll deal with them later. But am I right in assuming that we have a new member on our team? Someone reliable? Yeah, let's work together. Pardon me. Oh, we can't use the song disc. Krona, are you feeling better now? You can rest a bit more if you still don't feel like yourself. We're all eager to solve the mysteries about Mars, but your health is of great importance. That's right. You should take a break from work now and relax. Like what Kiana Idioka used to say. The only way to mentally prepare for an exam is to set aside all your homework. Wait, Teresa isn't watching us, is she? The Overseer is well aware of Kiana's theories on slacking off. She even told me to keep an ear out for such. Speaking of which, whatever happens, Krona, you must not push yourself too hard, or keep any physical discomfort a secret. Yeah, it'd be stupid to do that, but you're an important friend to us. We'll all lend a hand if you ever need help. Thanks, guys. Are you alright, Krona? None of us would have guessed there's actually a powerful, mysterious force behind the system. I wonder what adventures lie ahead for us. But rest assured, according to the plan, we'll be entering the system with you this time to complete the missions and ensure your safety. I don't mean to discourage you, but Krona would feel more confident knowing that Durandal and the Overseer are also entering the system. Since I'm not needed here, I better get back to test Bronya-senpai's minigame. Even if that was the case, Coraline, it's no reason for us to slack off. Not only do we get to fight alongside Krona this time, but we also have a chance to learn about task management and battle techniques from senpais. It's a great opportunity to hone our abilities. Oh, I get what you mean now. Rest aside, Helia. I'll make opportunities for you to shine in front of Durandal-senpai. In return, how about you sweep the lab for me for 2 weeks? That won't be necessary, Coraline. Why not? But I remember you solely use her picture as your wallpaper. You know what? 1 week might also be fine by me. She's not speaking anymore. You look okay now, Krona. Want to join us and discuss what to do next? Alright, I'll get everyone here. Thank God it at least had this recap. Looks like everyone's here, so let's get started. First of all, the prime mission today would be... Hold on a second. Why am I surrounded? Am I being interrogated? That's correct. Faithless defendant. Please answer the question that the jury is most interested in. Who was the arrogant-looking person who jumped out from the sky at the last moment, defeated your carefully prepared secret weapon in one strike, and then threw us all out of the system? Did you just mock me with that question? Honestly, I'm not so sure myself. Thank you so much, Minnie! Welcome to the Arcadia Network, where the doors are open and games are on. I hope you enjoy your stay. Hopefully you're having a lovely day today. How are things? We're just currently playing through the new chapter. I am honestly relieved that they're doing this little kind of backtrack. I was worried that once again it felt like the two chapters had been dislodged from each other. No. Luckily not. Ambiguity and sidestepping detected. Typical of lying. This is your first warning. Don't even try any tricks, Vita. This is the moon base. We have many ways to counter your powers. We have feathers and other means of torture. Those mental manipulation tricks that you're so proud of don't work here. And we didn't agree to keep you out here out of kindness. Oh? Is this why you went through such trouble getting Krona all the way here from Mars? Seems like you don't trust her at all. Don't get this wrong. It's you we don't trust. Wait. You're not changing the subject. Oh wait, you're not changing the subject. Enough with the riddles. We've tolerated you long enough. You need to tell us everything you know today. Alright, let me think. Simply put, that child is the goddess of Mars. There's a goddess on our planet? A being that transcends human wisdom, a unifier of authorities, a higher will. Call it what you will. Yet humans tend to refer to such entities, which they can only revere, as gods or goddesses. From what I've learned about Martian civilization, it seems she was already an elevated being, even before the planet descended into its current chaos. Good, just called Honkai after a long break, so you're saying part 1, but you don't mind spoilers. How about me? I'm doing really good, honestly. I've had a bit of a long day, really tiring, honestly. Enjoy Honkai. You said you had a long break. How far through part 1 did you get? Because, my god, it's an emotional roller coaster, and I'm waiting for this part to get into an emotional roller coaster as well. And now, within this giant quantum computer, she's an absolute ruler, the supreme administrator with the highest privileges, and the initiator of the whole dream-seeking journey. It was this whimsical goddess who assigned missions to Krona, programming her to repeat similar true historic cycles in an attempt to resolve shadow calamities. Are you telling me that's Senadina? But all I have is indirect information like this. I don't know anything about who she really is. Just like you, it was the first time I'd ever seen her, and I don't even know her name. The goddess of Mars. No, that's not what happened. No. Layla. Well, we have her name then. I thought I was gonna say Leyline. Krona, are you okay? No, I'm tripping on some weird shit. Layla is her name. I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like this is it. I see. Just as I suspected. You were connected with her at that moment, and what you felt were her emotions and memories. As for why the two of you could connect, you must be aware of it by now. Chapter 14, we're not sure. You last played it, a version before 14. Okay. She looks just like me. That's right. I won't try to guess your relationship. It's a sad topic for me, honestly. You wanna ask our friends from Earth. They're quite the experts in the matter. This might sound strange, but we're indeed familiar with this kind of stuff, so we weren't really surprised earlier. Yeah, things like two personalities in one body. Silly! A different life with the same appearance to ascribe from Stigmata? As well as two individuals born of the exact same will, extending into different directions. Or being created by the key of sentience that developed a different character despite inheriting the memories. That's Senti. Not to mention replicants, clones, mass-produced models, sodium bodies, or even aliens who can take on the human appearance. You guys have been through a lot, I see. So, am I correct to assume this is a common situation on Earth? No. Not in the least. Sometimes I wonder how this team is full of the strangest talents. This is really an extreme case, so please don't think this is what the entirety of Earth is like. To think, Honkai Impact started off with, let's go to uni, let's go to school, ends with aliens, replicants, conspiracy, dragons, robots. Yeah, it kind of went places immediately. To sum it up, there's no need to be overly worried. Basically, we've experienced all possible scenarios, so no matter which category your circumstance falls into, you can find someone with the same experience to help you. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I'm sure you only said that to ease my nerves. I'm feeling better now. Huh? I meant every word of it. Never mind, explaining probably won't help much anyway. Sorry to interrupt everyone, but before Vita tries to slip away again amid the chaos, I hope you can answer another important question. Huh? Oh, it's rare for you to take the initiative. Are you the new passenger Teresa mentioned? Yes. I'll be joining everyone for the exploration this time. Thanks to the combined efforts of Prometheus and Dr. Tesla, we've established a terminal on Earth that connects the system in the real time. Hylia and I will be joining as well. It's going to be a big group this time. For the success of our exploration, Vita, could you explain why Layla removed you from the system? If she was the one who set up tasks for Krona in the system, why would she create obstacles to hinder her progress? I knew you're still hiding something from us. How should I put it? The truth is, after Krona successfully sorted out the Salado Calamity in this part of history, the next sector was unlocked in the system. I took a peek. Turns out our next objective is likely from 100 years ago. But it's a real pain to be led around by Capricious God. So I persuaded Krona to log into the sectors we had already cleared, thinking we might just lure her out. That's pretty much what happened. It's no surprise that the analysis result indicate all those bizarre samsaras are essentially useless dirty data. I initially thought someone was stopping us from digging deeper, but it was actually a warning about your reckless actions, Vita. This means, as long as I follow the task Layla has set for me, proceed to the next sector, lunk you from a century ago, and solve the calamities there, I should be able to dig up more secrets and get one step closer to the truth. I suppose so. But I still find my way more efficiency. We even forced her to make an appearance. And then we were all kicked out, forced to end our exploration without discovering anything. No more clever tricks, Vita, or you'll pay the price sooner or later. I promise you that. Alright, I get what you're saying. I promise I'll be good this time. Okay, let's work together like a family, all 6 of us. And that's how we get to where we are now. Ha! Ah! Corley! For all her talk about 6 of us working together, we're down by half right from the start. We still need to give our all, no matter the circumstances. Wow, that's quite a crowd. Hello, young lady! Judging by your extraordinary build, you must be a genius that I've been seeking for decades! Here's a secret tome that I... Thank you. Prophecy by a true seer, 90% winning rate. Come and try your luck. Hey there, want a ticket? We also buy tickets if you want to sell. Mom, I also want to take place in the Tenchi's War. Sure, my dear. You can once you grow up. Great, but when will that be? Is this long from 100 years ago? It feels completely different from how it is a century later. Yeah, it's more vibrant. It's interesting how a place can feel foreign and familiar at the same time. I actually found this previous strange samsaras even more shocking than this. I even wondered if I was dreaming within a dream. That must have been really tough. That's tough, buddy. Is the new character on the supply banner good? I mean, the one with the big robot behind her. Is that Vita or Prometheus? I'm gonna guess it's Vita. I'm not honestly sure myself. I'm not pulling for her because Vita doesn't really interest me. The best thing I could probably suggest is looking up guides for these characters. Because what they'll do is they'll probably rank them as like what their how good they are in terms of what role they play. I say I'm not really good with what characters are good or not in this game. I say with gachas, just pull for what you want. If you like a character, pull for them, kind of thing. If they're bad, they're bad. But as long as you enjoy playing them, play them. It kind of was that way when I got Carol. She's amazing at break, but you need her build. I still played her. That must have been really tough. We'll make sure this never happens again. Actually, I don't think we can do that by ourselves. But at least we're buried by your side and face the adventures together. So when you look back, it won't feel so lonely. After all, it's us who picked you up from Earth, from 4th planet's orbit in Hyperion 11. So I guess it makes sense you'd feel safest with us. You're making it sound like we're conditioning a pet, which comes across as quite disrespectful to Krona. It does remind me of how you forgot to put the lens cap back on after observing gravitational microlensing and ended up burning the imaging. Did you learn your lesson, Helia? I had to rewrite a whole week's mission report because of your mistake. Yes! There's multiple types of new weapon nowadays. You've got yo-yos. I think a lot of the Part 2 characters will have their own weapon type. I'd say Senadina uses a yo-yo. You've got crossbows, which are your gun replacements. There is hammers. There is quite a lot of different things now. And there is chakram. I don't know if you've been around since they added the chakram, or the ring, which is used by AI and characters like Pardafelis, Aporia, and what's her name? Samantha? It begins with S. I don't think it was Samantha. I think it was... I'm not really good. Sorry. I apologize for accidentally causing fire and burning your reports. Wait, didn't you eagerly throw the unfinished reports in the fire yourself? That's irrelevant. My reports were burned and you were responsible for that. Let's set that aside for now, Coraline. Typically after you talk big like that, yeah, you should be at least provide some examples that demonstrate your reliability. Do we have anything like that? A fight! A fight! I want to turn my volume up, but I need settings for it, and I can't access settings. Yeah, we'll keep to this team. So, one of my favorite to use is Senadina in this mode, because if you dash, she has a continued dash rather than a run. Oh, it's Lantern! It's Savor. The championship favorite was with an immensely high win rate. What? An off-the-record fight over a jade plaque? Come on, we gotta watch this. With her involved, it'll be just as exciting as an official match. Hey, stop pushing! It's not like we're short on street fights these days. And why don't you make room for me? Oh, it's you. Have you changed your mind? Interested in learning more about the Master's prophecies? It looks like I've got some convincing to do. Master Zhang is renowned for his winning over skeptics. As you know, the #1 trending topic right now is the 10 Shoes War. Legend has it that when it first began, it was held once every few decades. Over time, the intervals grew short, and more recently, the event has been taking place every 3 years. Who knows, we might even celebrate it annually. And now we're about to hold the 33rd War. It's an event that brings together a diverse range of talents. I still remember Lady Seraphim last time. Mysterious, enchanting, elegant. Everyone was betting on her to be the champion. And guess what? She got eliminated in the preliminary rounds. Good news for those who bet against Master Zhang. That's what I'm telling you. Believing in Master Zhang is the quickest way to strike it rich. So, what do you think? Want to show our esteemed master some monetary appreciation for his excellent work? Oh, I forget. This is how I feel about your monetary, sir. So, one thing I will say to you, Minnie, that is quite important to say about is characters you see me playing as here, though some of their combat will be the same. I don't believe. Actually, I don't think. I'm trying to think if she actually, like Lantern here, actually plays like this with swapping between weapons. I'm trying to remember if she does or not. I haven't used her outside of the story, to be honest. Hello, I see you're not from around here. Are you in town for the competition? That doesn't matter. From the looks of it, I doubt you're blessed by the gods. But don't lose heart. Across the world, there are always those who are chosen and privileged, basking in the attention. Only the chosen can travel to Rumi. Do you think that's unfair? And I am the boatman's whistle, sending the signal of departure for those who are ill-treated. That's illegal immigration, isn't it? Why the harsh words? If birds can choose their trees, why can't we humans choose where we want to live? Just because we aren't endowed with power? The 10 Shoes War. That sounds like the opposite of peace. Turns out shoes aren't exactly rare 100 years ago. Oh, my Tamagotchi's upset. Hoya wants you to really play Honkai again. Oh! Did you get the character on a quick summon? You're surrounded. Drop the jade plaque and leave quietly. We might just spare your life. What do you want with the jade plaque? You're so eager to fight the 10 Shoes War? Judging by your combat skill, I don't think so. Oh, hell yeah! Good job! It is nice. It is nice when you come back to a game and get an Insta. Everyone knows the plaque's a ticket to Rumu. We have no interest in that silly game. But we heard that each participant is allowed to bring 2 companions. That means we can accompany the boss. Shut up! It's none of our business. Hey, give us the jade plaque. Wait! Is that Shen? What if I refuse? Then we'll do it the hard way. What should I do now? It is Shen! She lived in Lanku 1,000 years ago? She's an unofficial Shu? What? Shen? What's she doing here 100 years ago? This outfit of her looks very, rebellious. Strange, she's never mentioned this to me before. Looks like you have another mystery to solve, but since we travelled back 100 years, I doubt she'll recognize you, so it's probably no use asking her. But it's Shen. Surely I just... Wait, what are they doing? Are they trying to kidnap her in broad daylight? We can't just sit back and watch. We gotta save her. Calm down. I have a plan. We're gonna prank him? "30 minutes later in the suburbs. So, can anyone explain to me what's going on? I feel like I've had this conversation happen before. Didn't those two kidnappers mention they had a boss? Instead of capturing them on the spot, we should follow them to their hideout and take care of them all at once. That makes sense. But it'd be better if you could explain it to us in advance. Well, we were sort of in a hurry, so there was no time to explain. No time to explain! Get in the suburbs! You're always doing this. Remember back on the spaceship when you suddenly turned off all the lights? I thought we were under attack, but you just wanted to stargaze. Wasn't that star beautiful? That's why I wanted you to see it, Helia. But instead, you came rushing over with your weapon, asking where the bad guys were. You completely ruined the moment. Isn't it you who have been too reckless? I only did that because I was worried about your safety. Quiet everyone, the boss is back. Boss, you're back! Check it out! We caught someone important this time! Keep your voice down. Where's the person? Wait, what? Huh? She was right here a second ago. Hey, did you see her? I thought you were supposed to keep an eye on her. I was just on lookout. Oh, it's not like you did an amazing job keeping what? You didn't even notice her escape? Shut up, you useless fools. Go find her. What happened? Did Shen escape on her own? Seems like these kidnappers are even more stupid than we thought. Is Shen gonna be okay? Shen can single-handedly take down a dozen of them. It's clear she faked her own kidnapping with the same intention as ours. But why does she choose to run now? Has she already achieved her goal? Boss, we're back! Did you find anything? Yeah, but please promise you won't be mad, boss. We found that she's stolen the wooden sculpture from your collection. The one that was said to be taken from Latost's office. What? Has that ever occurred to you? We've been hearing a lot of familiar names since we got here. Seraphim, Severa, and now Latost. This 10 Shoes War is more like a team bonding game for the 7 Shoes. Someone once mentioned that it took a joint effort of the 7 Shoes to seal away the Shadow Calamity and keep this place safe, so I'm not surprised to see them here. What concerns me more is about what this suspiciously named 10 Shoes War is actually about. I see. So it's true you know nothing about the war, which means you can't get involved with these people. Since when did she get here? I'm sort of old, should I say, as expected of Lantern. Don't act so surprised. I'm here for the same reason as you two. That kidnapped girl appears to be escaped on her own, so this mission should be simple. We're both after the same goal, which makes us temporary partners. I won't probe into your backgrounds, and you'll act like we never met. That's how business works. I'd call it a nice deal. Good. I like your straightforwardness. What's this, Lucana? Ooh! New John Silver card announced. I'll have to read that up later. Sorry, I'm looking at some Lucana at the same time. I like your straightforwardness. You know what? I'll do you another favour. I actually have many questions about the 10 Shoes War, so I'll tell you everything I know before we get moving. Now tell me what you want to know. No questions. What do you want to know? Nothing. Okay. Then let's get started. I need to interrogate the suspects separately to determine if there's a larger criminal organization behind them. I prefer to avoid direct confrontation if possible. If a fight breaks out, I might hit them too hard, making future questioning more difficult. So our goal is to seize their weapons without being noticed by the end of the battle and end the battle swiftly. So we're gonna steal their weapons and attack them from behind. That sounds perfect. I do appreciate a fair fight. You call this a fair fight? Yoink! Bonk! 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 Kabonk! Oh, I love the hammer. I feel like Yzma. Hit it with a hammer! I give up. I'm not going to get anywhere from them. What's wrong? I don't think any of them look like a tough nut to crack. Yep, that's definitely where the problem lies. These cowardly thieves were intimidated to death by her. They've either fainted or trembled, and not one of them could say a complete sentence. Hell yeah! So, what out of the free stigmata? Luckily, you should already have a free stigmata, so always keep the free stigmata until you have 2 of them. Then you get your 3rd one off the box. And none of us has any experience with interrogations. Ta-da! It's the showtime! Dear friends, remember that little cheerful game we played on the spaceship? You mean the one where Helia lost 50 times in a row and you drew cat whiskers all over her face? Print screen. Give me a second just to get Psy up so I can at least store some images for later. Canvas size, and I'll change it to. Give me 1 second. Whoops. There we go. So I can at least save some screenshots for video icons, as I do. Plus the cat having cat whiskers is funny. Those details are totally uncalled for. Bingo! Just so you know, I didn't cheat. You checked everything thoroughly. And the mind disturbance shielding device was on the entire time. But it was still strange. Now to think about it, I managed to play the cards you wanted most in every round. That almost doesn't make any sense. That's because you practically have no mental resistance. Oh wait. I was just kidding. Don't hang up on me. It's no fun when you can't take a joke. I simply used a few persuasive techniques to guide you. You can guide others just with words? You don't believe me, do you? Well, since I'm generous, I'll make an exception and lend this ability to you now. Krenna, it's time for you to see yourself. First of all, choose a subject you want to persuade. Let's go with her. Poor girl, what did you just do to her? What are you gonna do? Something to make you tell the truth, I suppose. Please, I wasn't lying. Tell us who you work for, and we'll spare your life. Oh! The goal is to gain sufficient agreement to reach a consensus between both parties. Words have weight. I've quantified the goal for you. Is this good enough to make the target open up for us? Drag persuasion dice to get agreement. Okay. Interesting they're using this minigame. I feel really stupid, I really do. Looking at your current points, it's a little risky to choose an option with a low success rate. Here's the dice at its max value. You have a 100% rate with it. 6 is guarantee. Okay. Okay. Oh, I actually like this. This is a nice little mini game for this. Please don't kill me. I'll do anything for you. Anything, huh? I demand your wallet so I can buy more Stellar Jades. I'm new here, you know. It was my first time working with the boss. And I did nothing but mess things up. I'm smart, so the boss likes me. But I don't know anything about this. Please, I'm not deeply involved in this case. Don't shoot me, I'm begging you. She was telling the truth from the start. How boring. What was the point of that conversation? Can't you see? We're just playing a game of probability and mental tactics. Unfortunately, our opponent was too weak. Her fragile defenses crumbled easily, and that's why you'd feel this way. I don't feel like I've done anything. Plus, I'm here. With the almighty V leading the way, it's only natural you'll find it easy. Okay. Let's deal with someone tougher. What about this one? He just kicked Shen when she was trying her up. Time to teach him a lesson. What are you doing? Let me go! We just want to repent for your wrongdoings and cooperation. What? Only boss wants to win. She hasn't done anything wrong. That's right. It was me. No one else had anything to do with it. How brave. Right. Wait, what? What are you doing? Ah! Hey, I wouldn't be kidnapping people or robbing Jade Plaques if I could beat her. Hey, you actually bring her? She's gonna kill me! Then I might as well die right now. She never brought those ropes back. Now I'm the one being tied up. I should call my bros over. You, go now. Yes, ma'am! Crumbled like cake! What do you think? Wasn't that fun? I still don't understand what happened, but it worked. He'd agreed to take us to his accomplices. That would be the boss they mentioned, right? She slipped away amidst the chaos, so we need to go after her. Not much of a thinker, but a quick runner, I see. Maybe someone else is pulling the strings. Let's go. Oh, we have some enemies. That's one thing I'll always give the combat in this game is just go fucking ham, and I love it. Actually, I want guns here. Oh, my controller has died on me. Hang on. Yeah, my controller's died on me. Hang on. This is the problem with how much I use my controller for my games. Luckily, I've always said it, literally right in front of me under my desk, rechargeable batteries. Like, I will say that if anyone wants to use a wireless controller for any other gaming, make sure you buy rechargeable batteries for them. Oh. These are not charged, apparently. Or I put them in the wrong way. That's embarrassing. Yeah, I may have put them in the wrong way. No comment. Come on, controller. Oh my goodness. Controller has stopped working. Of course it has. Give me a second, everyone. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, she's just an NPC? Really? Boss! How dare you kidnap my boy? You're gonna pay dearly for this. Your punishment will be severe and relentless. As a puff of white smoke burst from her gun, the shadow pipe suddenly exploded in the bandit's hand. The powder it contained dissipated, and the fragments fell to the ground without a sound. Under anyone's gaze, she raised her arm, pointing the gun to the sky above, and fired several shots. So, what are you? Footsteps echoed from all directions. Those who arrived all dressed similarly in suits, ties, and sunglasses like her. It's Lantern Corps! They're here! The woman leading the group smiled and waved from the distance. Hey! Not bad. You're not the only one who can call in reinforcements. So can I. Let's do this. Because I also want to break through that Scorpion one's shields. Beep, beep, beep. Boop, boop, boop. On this day, everything seemed to be happening in a whirlwind. The kidnapping, the pursuit of the criminals, the ambush, the standoff, and the sudden twist of fate. Before long, the bandit leader, recognizing defeat was inevitable, decided to flee. She had never had the chance to reveal her name to the audience, and probably never will. Stop right there! A cornered animal fights the hardest. In her moment of desperation, the bandit leader showed unwavering determination as she battled fiercely for her life against Lantern. In the blink of an eye, she pointed her gun. But Lantern moved quicker than her, which was to be expected. Aim. This top contender from the championship and promising new recruit of the Lantern even took a moment to casually raise the muzzle. After a moment of hesitation, the desperate enemy turned the gun on herself. Don't come any closer or I'll pull the trigger! Whoa, they actually animated this! Oh, fuck, I was not expecting them to actually animate someone doing this. Don't do it, Lantern! She's gonna call in a persona! Don't do it! She'll bring up a resistance! Hey! This actually works! This is hilarious. You actually care about my life? I didn't expect my final leverage would be my own life. Calm down. Oh yeah, we might try that. There's no other way. We'll leave it to you, Krona. None of you know what desperation feels like. Even if you say that, nobody's gonna write an epitaph on your tombstone. I don't pity you. You're only gonna feed... I'm only gonna feed you to the shadowfish. You're all accomplices of evil. Well done, Coraline. Keep distracting her. It's gone. Everything's gone. Our dream, our hope. Everything that could have ended our suffering. Yeah, I did bad things and played dirty, but I'll do anything to make our dream come true. No, don't shoot! We have to go to battle, or she dies. I am not gonna let that happen! Well, that works too. That works! Pew. Ha! I got you. Still ends this way. It's unfair that some people are born into hardships or raised into poverty. It's even worse when God's blessings are not available to everyone. Why are those who win the shoe war so highly revered? Just think about it. Isn't that also injustice? Also, I'm going to notice out. Song's in the corner. The gifted battle in the arena for the championship, while the blessed gain entry into the Remu effortlessly. But we, the lowest class, are born without the assets to compete with others. We are never chosen by the gods, nor endowed with abilities to win. Yet it is we who yearn for the gods' blessing the most. Isn't this place magnificent? And just look at the sheer size of the Divine Tower. Only the privileged can ascend it, pay tribute to the gods, be ordained as knights, and gain immortality. Huh. They already had everything, and now they hunger for immortality too? And it's just there for their taking. Why am I just a stepping stone on their path to greatness? Why am I merely a cog in the machine? What is she talking about? I can't understand any of it. It's just a mad ramblings of a lunatic. There's no need to make sense of it, right? Immortality. Exactly. The Tenshi's War is a tournament held to select knights for the gods. The victors earn their title in the Divine Shadow Knights, dedicated to serving the gods. In return, they are granted the blessing of immortality. You mean they become shadows, right? You are nothing but a bunch of murderers with blood on your hands. Enough. No one wants to hear the criminal whitewash herself with sob stories. You've caused enough trouble here already, so just focus on bettering yourself in every way. All suspects are now in custody. From the bandit leader's confession, we traced the source of the shadow pipe and uncovered a clue about another criminal gang targeting Jade Plaques. You've made a significant contribution so far. I haven't done much. It's mostly thanks to these three friends here. I'm very grateful for your help. What's your next plan? I plan to see the Tenshi's War in person. I've been hearing all about it ever since we got here. Girl like you. Haven't you heard? The only way to get a roomie is by participating in the Tenshi's War. And our goal is to join the Overseer and the others, right? I see. It looks like we might meet again soon. You guys want to participate as well? We'll just head over to Amber Street and look for the Tusk. This time of year, they're usually hosting events to promote the Tenshi War. So you should have no difficulty finding him. With your combat skill, passing the entry test will be a breeze. But the Jade Plaques are pretty much all handed out in previous years. With these troublemakers causing havoc this year, I doubt there's many left. You should hurry. Well, what are we waiting for? Don't just stand there. Time to the essence. Let's go. Alright, we're leaving. Take care. Oh, wow. It's familiar, but not. If it isn't too late, there'd be a lot going on here. After everything's done, we still find ourselves back on Amber Street. This place actually has a great vibe during the Tenshi's War. And now you're talking about a great vibe. Every time we trade in simulations of Senpai's battle, he was incensed on clearing them in record time. He didn't seem to appreciate the great vibes then. Well, in my book, only places that make me feel nostalgic and happy can qualify as having a great vibe. I'm sorry, Korra, but I just don't have the aesthetic of decay and decline. Is that so? Classic Helia, so strict and rigid. Can't say I'm surprised. I was hoping you'd say something like, I love training, but for some shocking reason I don't want to anymore. Sorry to disappoint you. We should look around for useful info. Okay. Archives. Ah, here we go. Something about the 33rd Tenshi's War. What's written here? This pattern on the book. I'm positive I've seen this pattern on Senna's outfit, too. But I never thought that after all the searching, I swore I'd find another clue about Senna. The secret hidden in the system is definitely tied to Senna. Maybe even... Judging from the memories and emotions I experienced from Layla earlier, it seems she's also searching for someone who's already gone. Could it be that Layla and I share the same wish? Afterwards, you didn't find anything unless useful in the plaza. Looks like today's registration time has passed. The chair's still warm, for crying out loud. Are they that eager to clock out? Nothing we can do about it. We'll have to come back tomorrow. The very next day. Dup, dup, da, dup. Hey, stop! That's my jade plaque! Is that Uncle? I mean Scudder. I'm exhausted. Oh, I can't run any further. I didn't know he was capable of being so pathetic. Well, for old time's sake, let's give him a hand. Why are we always chasing after Duo? Yeah, shadow monsters! Help! Hi, Latost. Hey, we actually get to see a non-edgy Latost! Papa? Sorry. Is that Latost? Mr. Latost, thank you for saving me. Go back, now. Okay, but what about my jade plaque? It's meaningless. If you're scared of a few shadow monsters, how do you handle our opponents in the Tenshu War? They're 100 times more frightening than these critters. I heard that the shadow monsters devour humans, but the Tenshu's war is just a contest. If you feel you're in over your head, can't you tap out? They wouldn't actually kill me, would they? My life shouldn't be in danger or anything. In the heat of battle, anything can happen. Your naivety is risible. If death inspires fear in you, why even bother? I'm not afraid, if I perform well in the Tenshu's war, I get to keep my jade plaque, officially gain the power of the shoes, and become truly strong. I could even do something meaningful for long. I've been preparing a long time for this. Never once have I been lax in my duties. In the future, no, next time, I won't be afraid of those shadow monsters. Those who wield the power of the shoes brave their fate without wavering, even in the face of death, without understanding death. This will forever be out of your reach. Why, amidst this life and death struggle, do you believe you can prevail and become a shoe? You're no such material, Scudder. All your efforts have only served to highlight that further. As for why, you ought to know better than anyone. Wait a minute. Are you saying that without a natural gift, no amount of diligence amounts to anything? Even if someone's trying their hardest to challenge themselves every day, they can comfort themselves in the concept of self-improvement. But unfortunately, individuals who are unremarkable often insist on comparing themselves to those with extraordinary talent. They mistakenly believe that a bit of elbow grease can bridge that gap. Nothing's set in stone. These unremarkable people, as you call them, might achieve something different from the prodigies. If we know the outcome before we even start, then this place shouldn't even bother with the war. Why not measure combat strength and compare power levels? Wouldn't that be easier? That's right. Competitions are full of surprises. There's always the chance that Scudder gets lucky. Maybe he'll only need to beat people on his level to secure the rank he wants. Besides, he's already signed up. Whether or when he withdraws should be up to him. For us, to make that choice on his behalf would be ignoring his determination and past efforts. Would be a real cruelty. Then he'll have to face the harsh reality. No matter how hard he tries, he'll never match the natural talent others possess. That kind of effort is an exercise in futility, and far more painful than any wound. The young man seemed shaken by such a grim prospect, and remained silent under everyone's gaze. And then, Mr. Litost? Oh. He dragged his heavy footsteps towards Litost, slowly reaching out his hand. Even so, I need to prove what an ordinary person can achieve. Suit yourself, then. The young man clenched the jade plaque tightly in his hand, nodded to everyone, and quickly disappeared from sight. You were testing him. You planned to give him the plaque back all along, but you wanted to light a fire underneath him. As the event organizer, isn't that approach a little too hands-on? Very well, if it isn't the clever lady and her companions. What brings you all here? I highly doubt it's simply about a debate. We want to sign up for the 10 shoes. You're too late. Why? I'll fight the Shadow Monster to prove that we have what it takes. We're no cowards. Despite your claims, ever since I became a warrior, I've been ready to do everything to win. Oh, hell yeah, that sounds stupid. Even from you. Oh, really? He did not respond right away, seemingly assessing the girl's strength, which made her grow increasingly impatient. I'll prove it to you! No need to get so worked up. The tension war has lingered on until now. It's neither a noble cause nor an atrocity. Although the jade plaques have all been handed out, since you're so determined to join, there's still a slim chance. Wait, does that mean we have to... Check out my jade plaque! Isn't that cool? Are we really gonna do this? It'd be great if he's willing to hand it over to us. That was not the interact key. You gave me a start. What's up? We want your jade plaque. I stood in line for ages for this. No way am I giving it out. Going there is my dream. You want it? Fat chance. Fine, now think about it. I'm still sore from the beating I took last time. Go on, take it. Huh? So this is the jade plaque. For all our strength, winning the preliminaries ought to still be a walk in the park. I don't know. I feel a little guilty. Oh, come on. That was all above board. We convinced him, and he gave it to us willingly. It's still a bit risky. If we only have one spot in the competition, though, it would be safe if we could get one more plaque so Coraline and I could both compete. Hey, are you doubting me or doubting yourself? I believe in us both. In the end, as long as we're prepared to put our lives on the line. Don't say things like that. Huh? You might not remember, there was a sim battle when you were injured and were out cold for 2 whole days. How could I forget? I remember the first thing you said to me when I opened my eyes was, silly Hellier pretending to sleep to get out of writing reports, huh? I've pulled that trick too many times myself. But I don't think I ever told you how I felt when I was watching you lying unconscious. You know that missions come with all kinds of risks. We always have to stay alert and be ready for the moment to sacrifice ourselves if it ensures the mission is a success. Back then, I wasn't pacing around like the instructors. I remained firmly planted by your bed. And for some reason, I kept thinking about the stories Miss Kira used to tell us. Could it be? No, not the idol training stuff. I'm talking about the squad Snow Wolf during the second eruption. In that battle, all of Miss Kira's teammates were taken from her, leaving her in an endless state of solitude. She would always speak at length about dreams and hopes, but never a word about the pain she endured. If, after crossing such a large expanse of time alone, one comes to find they've only drifted further from their friends and loved ones, what does that do to them? Correlate? Nothing. Anyway, there's plenty of ways to win this competition. We don't need to keep elaborating the point of putting our lives on the line. Okay, I promise. So this is what it's like to have a legit partner who likes to give pep talks, huh? How about this? If you lose, to cling to my leg and call me Crowley, great. Otherwise, I'm not taking you. You think I'd act like you? Wait a minute. When has she ever done that? Oh, it's nothing. Just some survival skills Haley hasn't learned yet. Let's go. We still need to get one more Jade plaque and time's running out. How about Amber Street? That's the busiest place here, so I'll try to find someone with a plaque higher. Yeah, let's get going. Oh, what's going on here? Who? I will say, oh, it's Song! I do need to go to the bathroom though, so I'm going to be 1 second. Please bear with me. I'll be as quick as possible. Sorry about that. Hello, Song! Good old Amber Street. It's not just Amber Street looks familiar. Look over there. Please let me go. I really don't know anything, I swear. You lying scum, still trying to deny it. Today, I'll make sure you learn your lesson. How can you hit people in broad daylight? I mean, pretty easily, but it's frowned upon. And you shouldn't. Huh? Who are you? So, are you okay? Do I know you guys? Oh, so you're just meddling, are you? Get lost. This is no concern of yours. Wait, no, I don't remember. We all went shopping at that time a while back. How have you been? You're practically skin and bones. Let me treat you to a good meal to fatten you up a bit. Gosh, it's been years since we saw each other last, hasn't it? Look how much you've grown. Remember holding you when you were just a little kid. Want to say that again to my hammer? I'm only kidding. You're kind of cute when you're mad. Alright, how was your Breath of the 10 Shoes War going this year? I still remember how amazing you did the last one. You were unstoppable. Actually, We're still short one jade plaque. Oh, it'd be a shame if a legendary fighter like you couldn't join the Ten Shoes War. But where there's a will, there's a way. Who knows? Maybe that plaque will fall right into your lap. Do you really know her? Of course we do. So, what exactly is going on here? If you all know her, you have a pretty good idea what this con artist is up to. This is all a complete misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? If it weren't for those shoddy tools you saw me, I wouldn't have botched my meticulously planned performance. You guys judge for yourself. If I got a chance to show off in front of my younger master, and she ruined it. That's confirmed. This is definitely the song I know. How could that be possible? I got those items from a well-known scholar in Antris. I scrutinized them over countless times before I even entertained the idea of selling them. My regular customers have never had any issues, so how come you're the only one who has apparently got so unlucky? Could it be you're just not skilled enough? How about I teach you a few tricks? Don't worry. The tuition fee is the lowest you'll find around these parts. Consider it a favor to a potential friend. Not skilled enough. My performances have been praised from such illustrious figures as Miss Selma of the Nutri family. Who are you to doubt my talents? Pfft, a shelved lady like that probably hasn't seen half the tricks we pull on the streets. I could make up any story for her, and she'd be laughing her head off, totally in awe of my incredible performance. She's right behind me, isn't she? Exactly. That's 100% the way Miss whatever her name would react. No doubt. Yeah, you're right, Q. Q? Aren't you being a bit too familiar? Anyway, performing arts are about a raw talent. If everyone relied on props to become a master of trickery, we'd all be out of a job. You. What? I'm just giving some advice from the heart. I usually keep the stuff to myself, so how about it? Want to buy a copy of Master Song's trickery manual? I guarantee you'll learn everything you need to know. Even if you're a bit dense, you'll be a master in no time. Still trying to con me. Do you have any idea who I serve? Master Baiji. All he has ever does do is snap his fingers, and you'll never be able to set foot in Danvers Street again. Oh, him? Master Bai and I go way back. He once specifically requested for me to come and read his fortune. I've seen his face all dark and full of bad omens. Only I can ward off his misfortune. He should be begging me for help. Huh. You're using my young master's name for your lies now? Would you dare say that in front of him? Sure, why wouldn't I? If I check him out, I'll be his apprentice for life. Besides, Mr. Baiji has every earthly possession a person could possibly desire. So I guess he wouldn't mind even if I pulled a fast one on him. Mr. Baiji! Mr. Baiji, it's been a day since I last saw you. Darn, just my luck. What unfortunate timing! I've just remembered I've got some soup simmering at home. It was fate that caused our paths to cross, so I'm certain we'll meet again someday. Till then, take care. I'm out of here! Okay, she just walks. I thought she was going to run, but... Is this a jade plaque? It looks like the real deal. Master Baiji, it was her! Wait, where'd the con artist go? Must have run off in fear after hearing his name. Master, these people are in cahoots with the con artist. We must punish them. Leave this matter to me. But Master, someone in our troop spoke out of turn and stuck their nose in things they shouldn't have. We had to let them go. So there's an opening. I could put in a good word for you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Master Baiji. Your kindness is truly humbling. I'll be forever grateful. I am Baiji. A pleasure to meet you all. I apologize for dragging you into this mess. I hope you'll forgive me. Oh? And how do you know this is a misunderstanding? Have you been spying on us the whole time? If you understand someone's nature, it's easy to protect how they'll behave. Likewise, observing someone's behavior can give you insight into what type of person they are. I said stuff that said to myself that rewards I do for part 2 So it's giving dialogue and you go ahead. That's fair. You seem to know Song quite well. It's just through various coincidences, I've heard some of Song's stories. She is a fascinating individual. The first I heard about a girl walking up the street telling fortunes long ago. Back then, she wasn't as sharp-tongued as she is now. She burst her back hustling in Amber Street, unable to sell a single item, even after covering every corner. But through it all, the smile never left her face. She'd share what meager scraps of food she had with younger kids and tell them that everything would get better. Accompanied by animated gestures, she'd assure them that tomorrow was something always worth looking forward to. Although I did not witness it myself, merely hearing about it moved me. Seems like your connection with Song runs deeper than we thought. If that jade plaque you're holding is any indication, I presume you're also here for the Tenshu War. That means next time we meet, we'll be competitors. I'd ask you not to hold back when that happens. Aren't you afraid of us? We could gang up on you now and snatch a jade plaque right now. As I mentioned earlier, you can tell a person's character by their actions. Whether it's out of self-preservation or simply to seize an opportunity, it's all within reason. If you're willing to stand up for a stranger, you couldn't possibly be the type who would fleece others for their belongings. Only others might not come to the same conclusion, so be careful. It's getting late. I'll leave you to your preparations. I look forward to meeting you again on the battlefield. Jeez. We've run into all of the 7 shoes. I told you this whole thing felt like a team building exercise for them. Oh, and I nearly forgot how the title of shoe is so common these days. Song is a streetwise hustler, and Mr. Baiju is as shrewd as ever. That actor mentioned Selma. Who else haven't we seen or heard of yet? Ajita? Huh? Who's that? I'm guessing that's Ajita. You can come out now. Hey, Crota, let me take a look. That's right, just a little closer. Helia! Collie! Helia! Okay, this should... Wait, why are you still here? Where did they go? Weird. My parameters are all in order, and the configuration is perfect. Why did it suddenly stop working? Vegeta, did you do this? Oh yes, that's me. Seems you've heard of me. It's an honor to introduce my latest gadget to you. I'm not sure why, but we're having some unexpected issues today. We've never had a problem like this before. Then again, this is the first run-through, so some debugging is to be expected. You're not quite the Ajita I know, but first tell me, what did you do with my friends? Is that what you want to know? It might not be the key issue anymore, but if you're dying to know, they're right where you should go. Helia? Okay, but this place is... I should have known that nothing in life is simple. We should have been more cautious. No need to worry. Running into the unexpected mid-mission is pretty common. The key is to remain calm. We'll find a way out of this, and if we're truly cornered, we'll always have the option to force quit as the last resort. You can always trust a well-trained A-rank Valkyrie like Helia. Is that so? It's rare to hear a compliment from you, especially directed at me. But even if I didn't say this, you'd handle things just fine, right? Too bad you can't resist grumbling. I'm just saying what you're thinking out loud. Anyway, that's your business. If you had to fight them alone, how long could you hold out? You think you're using the camera in to scout the area? Yeah. It's gonna take a bit of time to set up. Relying on just the two of us to fend off an endless wave of shadow foes isn't smart by any stretch of the imagination. You really do love throwing challenges at people, but isn't it a partner's duty to solve the problems left for them? Leave it to me. Aw, we have to go into thingy mode. Need some help, cuties? Aren't you happy to see me? Vita! You are Vita, right? Was this your doing, Vita? Goodness gracious. Your senpais have really corrupted you two. Let me guess. The first lesson of the new stitch is beware of the woman named Vita. There is an event, so I gotta try that. Correct. It's written right into the covers of our test book, in Fuha Senpai's handwriting, with illustrations by Seeley Senpai. Wow, I'm so honored! Everyone misses me so much! It's nearly enough to bring a tear to my eye. Weren't you blacklisted? How are you even here? Oh yeah, I was. But when your main account gets banned, common sense tells you to switch to side account. Nothing's too hard for the all-powerful Vita. Of course, I still need to limit my power usage. If that pretty little god notices, my hard-earned side account might be toast as well. That hair tough. Oh, you noticed? I'm so happy. I really like this look too. But when I wear black, it makes me look a bit silly. So to maintain my cheek office lady image, I do have to use an entire barrel of hair gel. Sorry, but we're only not overly interested in that. If this isn't your doing, then tell us. Where are we? What's malfunctioning and how do we get out of here? This all feels so familiar. The way you're both confused and loaded with questions, yet helpless against me, just like your senpais. Oh, you've got it all wrong. Unlike our calm and kind senpais, the two of us are pretty hot-headed. We love nothing more than smacking people upside the head. That's so. Looks like you've still got a lot to learn from your senpais. Hey, Helia. She glanced at her companion and quickly got a response. Yeah, there's definitely something strange going on here. I find it hard to trust Vita, but she knows the system much better than either of us. We don't have any conflicts of interest with Vita. At least, not for the time being. Even if she does trick us and lead us, who knows where. We'll just find our way back together. Hey, I can hear you crystal clear, you know. Good, because we want you to hear us. I can tell you don't quite trust me, but what other option do you have? Helia, when we get out of here, remind me to give her a serious thrashing. Oh, look at that, Curly. You're just like Overseer for Teresa. Small but spunky. That's what I love about you. Be sure to protect your big sis Vita later, okay? And I think this is a good place. See those red, weird light curtains? Be careful not to touch them. Do limit your time in the light curtain or you may get deleted. Battles going to have massive damage in the light curtain. Try to avoid it. Well, we will do that. But for the recording, this is where I'm going to stop recording for the day. For those on the stream, as always, please stick around. What we're going to do is we're going to end, then start at the second part of the recording for the second half of the story. So without further ado, thank you everyone on the YouTube channel. I will see you guys next week for the next episode of this. And until then, Crash Seats logging off.